Hey, what's up fellas? Someone asked me to make a Mileena guide, so here we go. I think there are two abilities that you absolutely need. You need the command grab, Stabby Scotch, and then you need the additional strings. And then for the third one, it's up to you really. I don't think that they're good at all, to be honest. Like Condom Dash, at least you have 50-50s, but the risk-reward ratio is in your opponent's favor. At least you can cancel it, so you have some pressure there. But then you lose the ability to combo because you lose the roll, the ball roll, so I don't think it's worth it. Rolling Thunder, you actually get less damage compared to the BNB, the down to BNB, which I will show you, but it can still be good to like dodge low projectile. I've actually had a Mileena jump over my low projectile and hit me with that before when I was playing Sindel and did the low scream. So that one is good. You can also obviously just keep the regular ball roll by holding down so you can get all the higher damage, but then what's the point of adding it, right? You're just losing a slot for nothing. At least with this one, you can also do it from full screen. You can just hold it, but obviously reactable and dangerous. Side slide is like a bit of a trap, but it's just maybe it needs to be explored a bit more, but so far it's not very interesting to me. Low side blast is a little bit more interesting, although you lose the normal side blast, which I think is actually superior, but this one is a low at least. And then air teledrop, completely useless. Vanish is also, this build here, I think it's probably the meta build right now. I don't think Vanish is that good, but when you're in Fatal Blow territory, it can be very good, and I will show you. That's actually the variation that I think Koizi uses. So I think it's fair to say that Mileena is a low tier character. The only thing that she really has going for her is her movement. She moves really fast in and out, and the dashing distance, look at how much distance she covers, right? And especially the front dashes, so that's really nice. She can do a lot of interesting things, move forward and backwards, things like that, right? So movement is amazing. Her best attribute, she has this 50-50, which, it's not a lot of damage, but it's both safe, I think. Yes, both safe. This is quasi, I say quasi, but quasi unreactable. It's 25 frames of startup, which is the same as Sindel's 4.2, but online 25 frames still opens you up. So if you're blocking low, even though you're physically reacting, this might actually open you up. So it's an idea to use. Forward 1 is excellent. It's 0 on block, so it's perfect for movement back after. Often what I'll do is I'll just stagger this and then use forward 4 after when they whiff. If you're going to go for this, especially if you fight against a Molina, the follow-up is unsafe, right? So, and the problem with this string is you can't special cancel it when you're in the air. So if you're punishing something, it has to be like a forward 1 and 2 ball roll immediately. And that's not hit confirmable, which is unfortunate, which is another reason why she struggles a little bit. But, by the way, a little tip, Mileena's online, they do this. They poke after. This is -4, you should never let Mileena do this to you. And especially since the follow-up, there's no threat of the follow-up coming, right? Because it's so unsafe, they don't do it, so don't let Mileena's bash on you like this. The back one, the only thing that's bad with back one, it's a 10 frame mid. Usually 9 frame mids are, the superior mids in this game, but we're almost there. 10 frames, it's fast. But the distance, Mileena struggles so much with her two fastest attacks. Well, I mean, like this one has nice range, but I'm saying like this is her fastest move, 8 frames, and then this is her best mid, supposedly, 10 frames. But the reach is just, man, the reach is so bad. And that's what I think makes her low tier. But anyways, or part of the reason why I think she's low tier. Her best attack, her best normal, I think is forward 4. The hitbox on this, it's so good. I mean, I think it like beats pretty much everything else. If there's a conflict, like both of you are attacking, this is gonna spank you. And with her movement, you want to use her movement to then punish with this. You do 4-4-3, and then you look, right? What you can do, you do 1+3 at the end. Since you have the additional things, I think it's called, just the ability is called Riding Dirty, I think. It's going to keep it safe-ish, -8, so a 7 frame starter, which a lot of characters have with their standing 1, is going to punish that. So you have to be careful. It depends on who you fight, but let's say you fight Setruon. Setruon has a startup of 8 frames. You could just finish like this always, with no worry. Other than that, if you fight someone like Sonya, who has a 7 frame starter, you would have to finish it like this. You reset neutral, you get some chip damage, it costs a bar. But when you get your opponent used to you resetting neutral this way, I would recommend you just don't even amp it. It's minus 13 compared to minus 10. Was it minus 10? Just want to confirm. I think I saw minus 10. Yeah. So it's minus 13, just 3 frames less. You don't waste a bar, you're still far. Like, another Molina would be able to punish this, so it has to be careful. But they're not going to react, I don't think, in time to punish this. Unless it's a raid. Right? Because they have to wait to see if you're going to amp it or not. And by the time they have to wait, you don't amp it. You see a lot of Molinas. What they do is they poke with down 3. Which, by the way, down 3, when you poke on hit, you can't hit confirm it. You can't gel, I mean, because of her shit range. But you can only gel with forward 1. Right, so let's see right here. You gel forward 1, it touches before she has time to duck. So you do something like this. My inputs are not coming out. Something like this. And then if you hit confirm, you just press 4 and then you get 130 damage plus your poke. It's not good. So what you could do instead, you do this, you take a step forward, and then you press. Right, so and that's what Koizi does, and that's what I've shown before. Sometimes you should, instead of jailing with standing ones, which is dangerous online, especially against YOLOers. You know, if you miss like this, they down 2, it's over for you. I think it's safer to jail with mids. See, she didn't have time to bend down. And what's my hit advantage? 13, 10 for startup. So she doesn't have time to move to do anything. She has to block this. And this a mid, it's safer than just doing this, where you have to time it perfectly, otherwise get spanked, right? But anyways, when you do something far like this, a far poke, you can't reach other than with this, but you can reach with this. What's the hit advantage? 13. 18 startup. So the startup is slower than the hit advantage, so it doesn't gel properly. There's a 5 frame gap, but this means that the other chick is going to be able to bend down, or to jump, or to move a little bit for 5 frames. But think about it, 5 frames. If she mashes, this is 7 frames. She won't have time to mash. Even if you have a 5 frame gap, she won't have time to mash. So you can gel, even though it doesn't gel perfectly, not traditionally, like you usually want to gel, you can still prevent her from mashing by using your mid, this mid here, the forward 4, or you can simply step forward even, because our movement is so nice. You step forward and you do back 1, right? She doesn't even have time to actually bend down here. So that's another way to use Mileena's movement. So this attack forward 2, 3. It's a low, right? This one. Don't do this on block. Just don't do it other than if you read a grab. And then you can do this. You know, you duck the grab quickly and then you do forward 2, 3 because it's going to punish, right? There's a crushing blow. Triggers if the combo counters or punishes a high attack. So you get the grab to whiff and then do this. Get a crushing blow. Alright. Otherwise, it's unsafe. This chick is unsafe on almost everything. It's incredible. But anyways. Oh yeah, for the forward 4... So as you see, this is hit confirmable, right? You react and then you can go into a special move. But let's say that this happens. So she blocks the first 2 and she lets go of block before you have time to react. But then what you can do is just mash RT, or right bumper, sorry. You can't react, so you just finish with the normal ender. Because you're like, oh no, she blocks. But then she lets go of block. Why would you spend a bar on this? It's the same damage, 60 damage. Because of the hit advantage, it's 20 hit advantage. This gives you time to dash forward and do forward 4. Now I've tested this out before in other videos, and I try to get to mash out of this. You have to be fast to prevent mashers, but it's still possible. So you're just gonna have to practice this. So again, it's like this. You do this, and then you run towards her, and boom, you do it. It's up to you if you want to spend a bar for the hit advantage. I think it's worth it because people don't usually know it's plus 20. Okay, 1, 1, plus 3. These little attacks. It's a throw. It's a command grab, I think we can call it, because you can't tech it. But it's a high. It's duckable, right? So if I get her to duck it, see? And you're gonna get fully punished. So you have to be very careful. Now there are unsafe mind games that you can do here. If you start with this, and then they're like, alright, so he completes the string with that, I'm gonna duck it. You can just go into your ball roll. Unfortunately, in both instances, Mileena is at a disadvantage, because here she gets 100 damage, versus if the other person guesses right, you get full combo punished. Here, yeah, she would get a combo on you, but you can break immediately, and if you guess wrong, as a Mileena, you get full combo punished. So again, high risk, medium rewards. The first time I saw the character, okay, 1, 1, 2. You know, that's the other mind game, right? So it's either this, This, the ball roll, if you're greedy, you want the sweet damage, or just this. I usually just go for that because it's -10. It's less likely that they will punish you. It gives you a little bit of tiny little bit of space. Not a lot, right? But like if we look here at the other Mileena, wouldn't even touch me. Maybe she will with back 2, not even back 1, I mean. But anyways, they wouldn't punish with that attack. Obviously they can do something else like this. Or this, sorry, if they buffer it. But again, unsafe, this should be safe. Anaris, what are you doing? There's no reason for this to be unsafe. Same thing with back 1-1. There are 2 options where she's unsafe. This high at the end is duckable. You can get full combo punished, and it's minus. If you're gonna make it duckable, at least give us some plus frames, but no. And then this one, it's -14. Gives you a little bit of space at least, right? Some space here. So I often get away with this, doing this. It's unsafe, but the spacing saves me. And the mind games, again, you want her to duck here to do this, to hit her when she ducks. That's the mind game. And otherwise, if she doesn't duck, she takes a tiny little bit of chip. Weak, but okay. Which is why with forward, with back 1 is good when it comes to stagger. This stagger, here, what I just did, you stagger it once. Back 1 to back 1-1. Or back 1-1 into back 1-1. Oh my god, did this just whiff? Okay, back 1-1 to back 1 or something like that. That's a good stagger. It's very difficult to react. Very difficult. And you can start moving with this, right? With staggers. I would say that the back 1-1 is easier to react to than the back 1 staggered. So you can do something like back 1-1, backdash. I want you to backdash with Mileena. You have to backdash with her. Backdash to forward 4. It's just so hard to open people up otherwise. Let's see, do we have another string? Yeah, this one. Okay, hold on. We have a few weak ones. Man, what did they do to my chick? So 3-4, sorry. There's a sneaky overhead, and it might be useful when you're invisible, and I will show you later. Other than that, -8. Enough spacing to be safe from pretty much all attacks, I think. But yeah, not hit confirmable. Like, you can't react to just the overhead touching and then doing this. It's a high, which is unfortunate. So that's that. Back 3-4. Low. That's fine again. Again, like these two, this 1 into fatal blow, or this 1 into fatal blow. That's when it's dangerous, when she's invisible. But as they are, these moves are pretty mediocre. Okay, so 2, 3, 3, 4. Again, the high is duckable. It's only +1. You have some advantage. You could get a poke that touches on the 6th frame instead of 7, but it's pretty weak. Like, I would just recommend staggering it, just like this. Again, because the risk to reward ratio is in your opponent's favor, so use this very sparingly. The only thing I like about this string, how fast is it? 13? Oh, it's just the range is pretty nice on the second hit. Well, you know, kind of nice, I guess. I don't know. Looks cool too, I guess. It's hit confirmable, which is nice, but essentially what you want to use with Mileena is back 1, forward 4. That's pretty much it. That's all you really need to use. And then, of course, you can do the fun stuff like back 4 and back 2. But you're not going to get too far with these attacks. So it's about forward 1, movement, grab. You know, back 1, grab, back 1, backdash forward 4, forward 1, backdash forward 4, things like that, right? It's always a movement like this. So Vanish. So I talked about a couple attacks. The 3-4, the back 3, and the forward 4 is going to work. As long as in your string you have an overhead and a low somewhere in there, like forward 4 has an overhead right here, you can do this tech. So what you want to do is with the invisibility, with Vanish, that's up, down, 2. How can you do that, right? It doesn't work if you do this. You have to hold block like this. You hold block. You don't even have to let go of block. Like the way I taught this before, and the way I still do it, I don't even have to, is you block, press up, down, and then I let go of block while pressing 2. But you can just keep holding block. Like if you do it fast, you hold block, up, down, 2. You have to do it fast though. And here you go. I didn't even let go of block. That's super easy. So that's how you want to do it. Let's do it even slower. Okay, you have to be... That's the slowest I think you can do. And when you're invisible, the opponent doesn't know where to block. Like, they see your aura, but they don't see your movement. So like you don't know that this was forward 4. And most people are going to block low. So I mean, and you don't know that this is 3-4. You can't see anything. So what you do, they block low. You do, right, you're invisible. She does this. You do 3-4. There you go. Fatal blow. Or you do 4-4-3. Here you go. And if they stand while you're invisible, you do back 3, fatal blow. Here you go. So that's the mind game. But other than that, if you go invisible before the fatal blow, you have to look at your opponent, the same concept as a fatal blow, and you just do like back 3 and 2 ball roll immediately. You don't hit confirm any, well, you can't hit confirm it here, but you do like this immediately, which when I'm not invisible, it looks like this, right? Same thing for, let's see, she's crouched. Same concept, guys. I go invisible, I do 4-4-3. Whoops. Instead of doing fatal blow, I do ball roll. Bang. I get my combo. Same thing for 3-4. Boom. Not hit confirmable, but it's just a YOLO. And so that's how you want to use Vanish, which costs 1 bar of defense and short damage debuff. Man, what a weak character. I don't know why she treated it this way. Okay, one of her best abilities, which, okay, we just missed one thing from this abilities. This one here. So that's the forward 4, right? This one is unsafe. You want to use only to punish high attacks on read, which it has to be a grab because it's so slow that if you do like a read of a standing 1 and try to do this, you're going to get hit. So just for grabs that are whiffed, do this, and then if you hold it, if you hold the 1+3, you get some damage. Like you can't even, I'm trying to ball roll this, and I can't. So I guess that's the best you're gonna do. Can I don't remember, can I amp it? No? Okay, let's see the crushing blow, okay? Let's see the damage. Which, by the way, if you want the crushing blow, I'm gonna put my crushing blow on easy. If you want the crushing blow, you can't complete the string, right? You just have to hold your crushing blow at 3. So you do 4-2, 3, and you hold like this. And then you can combo. But even if I press 1+3 here, right, it doesn't work. So you only want to do 4-3, 1+3. If you do it again, if you do the read again, you do it again after you've already done it and cash out your crushing blow. And you want that extra damage because this doesn't combo. You can't special cancel this apparently. So you just want to complete it normally if you've cashed out your crushing blow. But yeah, with crushing blows, you can do combos after. Something like this. Like I just made this on 361. I don't know what the BNB is or the optimal, but you get a combo out of this. Okay, so I think that's it for Stabby Scotch, for Vanish, and for Spreading Dirty. Now let's look at Stabby Scotch. It triggers if opponent is hit during a get up roll or breaks armor. So this is the hardest input in the game for command grabs, and if you are struggling with doing command grabs, you want to roll your thumb. You roll your thumb. You don't click, right? It's just a rolling of the thumb. And then you hold the direction, the last direction, right? So you do forward, down, by rolling your thumb, and then back, and you keep your forward on back while pressing 2 at the same time. Like this. Like I'm not showing you my hands right now, but I'm just doing a full circle on my D-pad. I'm holding the back button, and I'm pressing 2 at the same time. So that's how I do it. It's just a matter of practicing, honestly, guys. And you can actually take it a little bit slow and it will still work. Like if you look at the bottom right, I'm taking a while to press 2. No, it took a little bit too long of a while. But it still works. So anyways, it's just a matter of practicing. But yeah, this one, it ticks from a few places, I think. It ticks from, yeah, down 1. Yeah, down 4, I think, as well, yeah. I don't think it takes from anywhere else, just from the pokes. It's a high command grab, unfortunately. There are mind games when they're launched. Sometimes it depends when. Like you can launch them, and if they're late to break, say I break away late. I don't know if this will even allow me to demonstrate, but nah, it doesn't even want to. But if they break, like let's say they break like here, and I grab them, there's gonna be a crushing blow, and it really hurts. Yeah, so like I didn't break armor or anything, I just did it right now with the easy crushing blow on. It does 310. It's extremely damaging, so it's hard to get, but it's rewarding when you get it. There's a lot of mind games that go with that as well. So you have to just experiment and just assume when they're gonna break, and then you just special cancel your command grab. Like if I think she's gonna break here, I could do the command grab and then hopefully get my crushing blow. So always have this, because it's too hard to open your opponents without it, in my opinion, with Mileena, because her attacks are just meh. We talked about Vanish. Okay, so this one, the low side blast, it triggers a crushing blow if you counter or punish someone while ducking their high projectile. So that's why you don't want to zone with a high projectile, which most of the casts have, against Mileena, because if this touches you while she ducks your high, I think it's the amplify, right? Yeah. If your amplify touches, it will destroy their feet. With the low, there is mind games. Like this is a 50-50. Is it? Like the frames are the same. It's hard to say if this is reactable. Like online, I've never been able to react to this 50-50. But this is a 50-50. No, this one too is a 50-50. Is it? Yes, it is. So there are 50-50s with this, but it's a low, right? So the only way to escape from taking chip when you block is by jumping, which is super annoying. So this is why this is pretty good. Like, this is a good choice. You're gonna have that. Just keep in mind you can't reset neutral with this, right? If you're trying to reset neutral here, I mean, you can. Like, this is kind of neutral, but -14 for here when you can usually be here, it makes a difference. So just take that into consideration when you're trying to reset neutral after this attack. Like, you see the other Molina could poke me from here, forward 1. So it's kind of dangerous. Something to consider. I think you get less chip damage too, compared to the other one, right? The other one, it's 4 attacks. 10, 8.7 times 3. 17, 16. Let me count. About 33 damage for the low. Okay, so it's the same damage. 36 damage. About 36 for the high. The other one, not the low. So it's about the same thing for chip damage. Fair enough. Last one, and then that's going to be it for Mileena. So Rolling Thunder. A lot of people equip this. If you have nothing else to equip for the last one, your last ability, I guess that's fine. It just, like, you can do this, right? It's full screen, which you can't usually with the normal one. And you can also have, this other one too, which if you're here, someone zones you and throws you low projectiles, you can go over them and hit them. Now for beginners, I think this would actually be good. Well, before I do that, let me show you why I don't think this is a very useful thing. So when you don't have this equipped, you would do a combo like this, for example, right? Something like this, 323. And this only worked because I was able to get it down to an. You can't do that with the Rolling Thunder. So that was 323 damage. So yeah, you're stuck in stun. You can't. So then you have to do something else, right? And the damage is less. I've never figured out how to make this combo more damaging. And if you guys know, let me know, but I don't think you can actually get more damage with Rolling Thunder. Now obviously you could just hold down, but my point is, if you can just like not have it, the ability with this is just holding down, it's just like not having it. What's the point of equipping it? You can equip something else. When it relates to combos, you know, there are other reasons why you would want to equip this for, like, you know, full screen stuff like this. Which, by the way, a friend of mine hit me with this one time. Full screen like this, and he got me actually. I didn't even know it went full screen, so I lost my marbles. Anyways, guys, that's it. Buff Mileena. Fortunately, she's unsafe on so many things. The only real thing that's nice with her, she has a command grab, which is cool. And her movement. You want to move a lot with her, right? You want to trip people out with your movement. You don't have to wave dash or anything. Our wave dash is... How is our wave dash? Nah, it's okay. I'm not good with wave dashing, though. As you can see, I'm horrible. It's good, it's good, it's good, but, like, you don't even have to. Like, this is really quick. It trips people out, especially when you poke and move and poke and move, and they're tripped out, right? And you poke on block. You don't have to let go of block. You don't have to block yourself is what I meant, sorry. With Mileena, which is really nice. Like, you're here, you poke. Oh well, poke me. Like, you're not... They don't even reach, right? You can just... come on, poke. And then just move back. Move back. And when it actually touches, that's like all right, thank you very much, and then you start hitting. So move with her a lot, trip people out, and have fun. She's not good, but she can be pretty fun. Oh yeah, she has a throat crushing blow. I almost forgot about that one. The throat crushing blow works if you've not left the ground for 10 seconds, or you've not been knocked down for 10 seconds, if I recall. Let's see it. Say towards throw, front throw. Triggers after not jumping, being knocked down, or becoming airborne for 10 seconds. Becoming airborne. Now, before the patch, this was being airborne, was jumping. Now, this is airborne. This is airborne. This is airborne. Anytime her little feet lifts off the ground, this is airborne. Like this one here. It resets the counter, which is completely ridiculous. No, that's why we never see it anymore. It's so hard to get that command grab now. So unfortunate. Oh, what a mistake they did. But anyways, guys, that's it. Like, subscribe, peace.